Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Here we are. Here we go. It's the pre-show. I'm back in the saddle. How exciting is that? 6:47 a.m. T-minus 13 minutes until we start recording the podcast. In the meantime, whatever. Grab some coffee. Do something. Here, let me get in Twitter. Mess around. Twitter. Let's see. I'm live streaming right through Twitter now. Check out my profile. Join me. Let's see. I'm going to schedule that. What's the date today? November 12th. How are we mid-November already? What in the hell is going on? I'm going to stream this at 7:00 stream. I'm going to tweet it at 7:03. Let's see. Still no one in the live stream. What am I going to talk about today? I have no freaking idea. I do have confirmation that the Pepperoni Discord has sent notice to all the pepperonis that the Big Diesel is live streaming on Twitch right now. The Chicago Tank's in the house. Morning, Tank. I tell you what, it feels good to be back in the saddle. Holy shit. Missing the odd Wednesday/Thursday. No bueno. No bueno. Amber Glow, how are you, dear? I missed everybody. It's good to see everybody. What a deal. We're back in the saddle. For some reason, I'm really digging this music behind me. Even though we've heard it 8,000 times. Well, I guess 197 times. Something like that. Amber's making a latte. Oh, she has professional skills. Amber knows what she's doing. She used to do that Starbucks stuff. I'll bet you know how to make a mean coffee drink, Amber. Do you have one of those machines at home that blows the steam and all that stuff? The espresso, what is it, an espresso maker? I don't even know what those things are. I saw the other day that some people actually they use those espresso machines. They make extracts out of them. Like if you wanted to, like let's say pine needles, you know, they always say pine needles are very high in vitamin C, that sort of thing. There's a thing, apparently people are using these espresso makers, they'll put the pine needles in it, run the hot water over it, etc. And now they have an extract. They have concentrated vitamin C or whatever the hooch is that's in pine needles. Tank says, I used to get a 6-shot Americano. Why am I not surprised? Is the public safe if you're on 6 shots of caffeine, Tank? That makes me a little worried. Amber says, yes, it is an espresso machine with a steam wand. Nailed it. I got to get one of those things. Now, you know what's funny? Years and years and years ago, for like a millisecond, I actually worked at a coffee shop. A couple, 3 months. I can't even remember why that was. How the hell did that happen? I think maybe my buddy owned it or something like that. God, that was a long time ago. Lady letter carriers in the house. Lady, I love the pictures you posted to the Discord the other day. Very nice. Very nice. Throwback Thursday. I got to get some stuff up there. You guys, I've been so busy during my 2-day hiatus with other shit, real adult stuff. It's just not. I missed everything. I love Tank's comment. I run on caffeine, hate, and discontent. So a 6-shot. What would that drink cost? What would that drink cost? I mean, that had to be, what, a $15 coffee? Sofa's in the house. I called a steam wand a hooch. I was referring to the ingredients within the coffee itself. I think. Hooch. Yeah. So if you have let's say you put a little whiskey in your coffee, you're putting a little hooch in there. Are you serious, Tank? It was only like $5 or $6 for that drink? That's amazing. T-minus 7 minutes. Unbelievable. I heard through the grapevine. You know, I have buddies that are into the commodities trading and stuff like that. And I had a buddy tell me, this is 5 or 6 months ago. He's like, dude, coffee is going to go up so much in price. He says, if you're a coffee drinker, stock up. And you know what? The dude's a super smart guy. He's experienced. And I thought, you know what? He's probably right. So I did stock up. I have coffee out the wazoo. I have so much coffee, but it is amazing to see how quickly I go through it. I mean, I got Dunkin' Donuts K-Cups. I got so many boxes of those things. Like there's a whole section of my pantry and my kitchen where you open it up. It's the entire thing is Dunkin' Donuts K-Cups. And you know what? That thing's ticking down. It's really amazing. What's going to happen? This is what worries me about my stash. You know? About my prepper stash. People look at my supplies and they're like, you've lost your mind. You overdid it. And I just think, okay, but let's imagine if you're turning off the spigot entirely. Now, I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. You know? Tank gets 80 pod gimmicks for $20 from Jewel. Oh, the Jewel. It's such a Chicago thing, right? Jewel. I used to like the Eagle, too. Do they still have Eagles? I know it seems like Jewel Osco dominated. White hen, too. There's still white hens around Chicago? I'm so out of the loop. Salty's in the house. Good morning, Salty. Missed you, buddy. Missed everybody. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back. T-minus 4 minutes. Now, oh my God, look at what Amber says. She says, we had a lady come through regularly and get 9 shots over ice in a Trenta cup. 9 shots of espresso. Are you kidding me, Tank? Tank says Eagle is gone. Dominic's is gone. White hen is gone. Holy shit on a shingle. Is it all this Amazon shit? They're just destroying everybody, right? They're not going to stop until that's all that there is. JJ Peppers. I don't even remember what that is. I remember the name. What is that? Is that a grocery store? This coffee drinking lady was in her 70s, says Amber. That's insane. 70-year-old drinking, what'd you say, 8 shots? Coffee shot IVs. That's nuts. Every once in a while I think to myself in the back of my mind, all right, I'm going to put down the caffeine for a while. I've done it like a couple times in my life. If I remember correctly, it's not pleasant putting it down. Not pleasant, but I did it. But I find the older I get and the longer I'm dependent on this shit, which, by the way, it's rot gut. I don't like the taste of coffee. It's horrible. I drink it every day. This horrible tasting thing sometimes in the middle of the day, I'll say, you know what? Let me do another cup. It's a special occasion, whatever it is. So, JJ Peppers were the convenience store, hey Tank? Yeah, the good old Chicago area. This really shows you how out of touch I am. I mean, really, I only get back there very rarely. So I'm just out of the loop. I can't believe. Which surprises me more, no Eagles or no White Hens? I think kind of White Hen surprises me more. What is it, all 7-Elevens? Tank's mom might have been the 9-shot lady. Runs in the family, eh, Tank? Well, so, by the way, okay, T-minus 1 minute. I probably need to warn people. I'm not going to get into particulars or whatever. But I'm on a medication, sadly. I don't like to do medicine, but I kind of have no choice. That I'm told is going to make my insides want to be on my outsides. One of those deals. And to be totally honest, yeah. So I might have to make the decision mid-show. Do I have my first live stream hurl, or do I bail right out of it? So anyway, if I just go dark, that probably means I'm diving for the trash can. Good one, Sofa. I refuse to buy on Amazon. I get everything from eBay. Much cheaper. Doesn't feed the monster. Yeah, sometimes I worry that eBay is just a different kind of monster. You know what I mean? One of those deals. All right, is everyone ready? Places. Here, let's record the podcast, huh? Here we go. On your marks, get set, go. Hello, everybody, and indeed, welcome to another edition of the ChicagoTonyV Show. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 198 of our show. We're getting so close to 200. We almost made it, and then life intervened. I had to be kind of an adult for a couple days, which I don't like to do. Don't like to do that, but I did it. And it feels good to be back here on this Friday. You know, just after missing 2 days, you would think I would be used to that feeling because, I mean, on the weekends, I don't do the show. There it is. So you would think that intellectually, this Wednesday and Thursday that I just missed would have felt like a weekend. Well, it kind of did. But then it kind of didn't. Also, the way it didn't is I would wake up and I had lots of adult work to do, which, you know, sometimes, some days I do that, but it just, that reminded my brain this is not a weekend. So it felt strange for me not doing the show on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see if I can get back in the groove today and make it seem like I'm comfortable and I know what I'm doing. Now, yet again, though, over the weekend, now I'm going back into 2 days off to get back in the rhythm. Now, what I might do, I have some time set aside to monkey with Reddit, which Reddit has been the bane of my existence for the last week and a half. This is why we're so big time on Twitch/Twitter/YouTube. That's hard to say. So we'll see if we can get Reddit working again this weekend. I'm still not totally concerned about it. Some of you pepperonis are convinced that I've been banned for life, and we'll see what the truth is. I tend to agree with Tank. Tank says Reddit can eat a big bag of dicks. I kind of agree, especially right now with all the monkeying around I'm having to do. I tell you, it's quite a thing. It's quite a deal, really, to be faced with this idea of, see, what I have to do now, my next step is going to be to remove, not that anyone cares, and I'm sorry, Spotify listeners. The next thing I have to do is remove the RPAN software from my overpriced MacBook Pro. And Vincenzo the Deer Slayer was trying to talk me through that, and he said, by the way, Mr. V, do you have your computer backed up? I was like, I don't know. You set it up. Isn't that a you thing? Did you set it up? I don't know. And it's like, so no, it turns out no, it wasn't even backed up. So then now I got to get the backup set up first. I'm probably going to have to invite Insane Clown Vincenzo over to do that. Then we got to remove the software, and then we got to reinstall a new version. I don't know. It's a big pain in the ass, but yeah. Sofa says use a different email, and boom, you have a new Reddit account. Yeah, I realize that, but I do realize that, but my Reddit thing has like almost 500 followers or whatever. I don't know. It's a big pain in the ass is what it is. It's just a big pain in the ass. Yeah, I wondered about that IP address, right? They're just going to look at the IP and say, no soup for you. That's how they're going to do it. I don't know. It's a mess. But it could be. It could lead to an arms race, right, with Reddit, which would be kind of fun. I would enjoy that. If they're going to be just total dicks about whatever. If they're going to deny one of the Hall of Fame live streamers, right, which I think it's fair to call me that at this point, then they want to get nuts. Let's get nuts. One of those deals. Anyway, I was kicking around before the show, and for some reason, just my brain said, I want to go look at that Today I Learned thing. Today I Learned. I don't know why. I pulled it up, and oh my God, the very first thing I saw. Now, I already knew this, but I saw this in the Today I Learned subreddit, and it was a reminder. Here it is. Today I learned Rosemary Kennedy, sister of JFK and RFK, had a forced lobotomy arranged by her father when she was just 23 years old, leaving her incapacitated for the rest of her life. I tweeted this right after I read it this morning. What caught my eye, if you happen to see the link or whatever. Now, again, I knew this story. I know there was a Kennedy sister who basically, who had a lobotomy and who spent the rest of her life basically in hiding at a facility. She was so messed up by this. Now, I can imagine back in the day that not much was known about this medical procedure, right? And I'm sure it was the in-fashion thing of the day, and I'm sure some very slick doctors told Joe Kennedy, oh, you know what, it's going to be great. And then, of course, it didn't end up that way. They had to put her in hiding for the rest of her life. It makes me wonder, are there any other medical procedures today that are being touted as this next greatest thing that maybe are going to end up being a bad idea? I don't know. It's something to think about. I'll have to think about that. But what caught my eye again, they show a picture of Rosemary Kennedy before the lobotomy. And something in my mind, because she was institutionalized, something in my mind got scrambled over the years. I always just assumed she had some sort of handicap all the way through. I don't know why I thought that, but that's just the way. But then to see, she just looks like a vibrant young Kennedy. You can really see the Kennedy features in her face. And so it was weird to see her. She did a trip to overseas just before this lobotomy. And I was reading about it. she was it was her behavior. I mean, she just kind of sounded like a wild child. Like there was kind of nothing wrong with her. Here, let me read the lobotomy section of Wikipedia. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this thing called Wikipedia. It has a lot of info. It has a whole lot of info. Jesus, my computer's dinging over and over. Let's see if that helps. Let's see if anyone's barking at me in the comments before I read this. Oh, lady has a comment. Says that she didn't conform to Joe Kennedy's ideal of being a Kennedy. I think there's some truth to that. I think it's kind of scary. That guy was like the Joe Jackson. What was the Jackson 5's dad? Was it Joe? That guy was the taskmaster. All right, here's the lobotomy section. According to Rosemary's sister, Eunice Kennedy Shriver, when Rosemary returned to the United States from the United Kingdom in 1940, she regressed. She had had these behavior problems. They put her in this private, this elite boarding school and that elite boarding school, and she was misbehaving and sneaking out and stuff. Shriver later stated that Rosemary became, quote, increasingly irritable and difficult, unquote. At the age of 22, Rosemary would often experience convulsions and fly into violent rages in which she would hit and injure others during this period. I could see how that would be a little scary. If she's almost sounds like seizures, right? And she's violent and would hit others, or she could have been just another Irish alcoholic. Maybe that was it. After being expelled from a summer camp in Western Massachusetts and staying only a few months at a Philadelphia boarding school, Rosemary was sent to a convent school in Washington, D.C. Rosemary began sneaking out of the convent school at night. The nuns at the convent thought that Rosemary might be involved with sexual partners and that she could contract an STD or become pregnant. Now, to be kind of fair, I'm just hearkening back. This is 1940. Times were way different. People were just way more touchy about these types of scandals and stuff. And love him or hate him, I mean, Joe Kennedy clearly did have a plan for his family. He had a plan. And I'm not saying it's right. Lobotomizing his daughter was the wrong thing to do, provably. But I mean, it's kind of gray. And again, I'm sure he had doctors saying this is really going to help her out, And I wonder how many of those guys Joe Kennedy had offed after the fact. Yeah. When she was 23 years old, doctors told her father that a form of psychosurgery known as a lobotomy would help calm her mood swings and stop her occasional violent outbursts. I'm sure it did that. To be fair, I'm sure it did do that. I just wondered, did they ever explain to him? And you'll never really know her again. Like, her personality goes out the window too. She was awake during the surgery. Holy cow. We made a small incision, no more than an inch. The instrument the doctor used looked like a butter knife. Holy shit on a shingle. They removed part of the brain with a freaking butter knife. God almighty. Anyway, I just think it's amazing. There's an aftermath section now. After the lobotomy, Rosemary was immediately institutionalized. Is there any surprise? Is there even a case of a lobotomy where it's like, oh, that was perfect? Our little Billy, used to set the neighbors' cars on fire. And we gave him a lobotomy, and now he's just a very polite. He's studying cello. He's gonna be with the symphony orchestra next summer. That shit never happens, right? Are they still doing this shit? I hope to Christ not. Oh, now this is interesting. Tank. JFK, fun fact, JFK had a frontal lobotomy as well. This is true, Tank. This is true. Although they want us to believe it was from the rear, don't they? Amber says that she could have had an STD that went undetected and messed with her on a chemical unbalance level. Wouldn't that be too bad? Again, as I was reading about her, she just seemed like a bit of a wild child. And let's face it, the Kennedy family, all right, especially Joe Kennedy. I mean, the dude made his money running booze during the Depression, if I'm not mistaken. That's how he made his early money. So, I mean, this guy was a bit of a wild child as well. Who's to say that Rosemary Kennedy wouldn't have been the most successful, most fabulous member of that next generation? Who's to say? Scotty has an awesome comment. They wanted to prevent Rosemary's Baby. And who could blame them? Oh my God. That is a terrifying movie. That's a very unsettling movie to me. Yeah, Plumber says she probably had a stick to bite down on. Oh God, can you imagine? Here, bite down on this. We're gonna remove part of your brain with a butter knife. It's gonna go great. Holy shit. Georgia girl's in the house. Good morning, dear. How are you? Good to see you. Unbelievable. Anyway, the Kennedy family. What a family. I've mentioned before in other shows, I've taken very, very deep dives on the JFK assassination and the Bobby Kennedy assassination. And those are both fascinating cases. What people don't understand about those things is they're very well understood. Very well understood. Very well documented. And so I think that was the biggest surprise for me, because you go into the thing thinking, well, most people go into JFK thinking this Oswald thing seems fishy, but you just think there's all this confusion. Well, there's really not. There's really not. There are very well established facts that you can, once you dive into it, you connect the dots, and a lot of people have done this. It's not like I'm some whiz kid who dove into the thing, started connecting the dots. No, it's not that hard. But it's never told you. The other thing that's really interesting, once you really immerse yourself on all these established facts about something like the JFK thing, then you start to realize, holy shit, like there's straight up like propaganda. Like I remember once at Thanksgiving, I'm sitting on the couch, can't remember whose house I was at, but this football hadn't started yet, so we're watching something else. It was like the History Channel, and it was a documentary on Oswald, and it was total horse shit. It was complete horse shit. And I understood, oh geez, you can't get it this wrong unless you're really, really trying. So, and then books too. There are some total horseshit books that are just totally lies. Plumber likes my mug. This is industrial. I got to get that sticker off the back of it. I have 2 of these Yeti mugs now. They are quite substantial. If I drink very much coffee, my right bicep is just going to be way overdeveloped compared to my left. Oh, Amber finished her latte already? That must have been delicious. Do you put anything sweet in it, Amber? What is a latte? It's like, is it coffee and steamed milk? Is that what it is? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Tank got a, hey, your message is being checked by mods and has not been sent. What? This is in Twitch, I take it? Oh my god. Sofa says we can't have nice things. This is true. Wait, we have someone called Power Karma. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Power Karma. Power Karma says, good morning. I don't believe I've ever seen you in the live stream. Welcome to the show. This is, Lord knows what we're talking about. What time is it? 7:18. I'll probably get to the mailbag just a little bit early. Not quite yet, but a little bit early because I missed 2 days. It's been building up. It's a thing. I'm going to have to start doing some separate shows. Maybe this is what I'll do on Reddit. I'll have to start doing some shows just to get through some mailbag. I feel bad when people send in their stuff and then it doesn't get on in a timely manner. I probably shouldn't feel bad about that, but I do. Sofa gets those messages all the time on Twitch. Power Karma was here before. Okay. Power Karma says, I was the one that commented about your background and all the books on the shelf. Okay. Sorry, Power Karma. Yeah, now I remember you were wanting me to lighten up on the books, not so many books. And I remember Georgie Girl's like, books are good. Whatever. Potato. It's all, it's just people's, it's their taste, right? I will say, I do worry inordinately about the background. For some reason, a lot of times I think if I do the same thing day after day, like it's going to be boring. But I don't know. So Salty's never had an issue on Twitch. That's good. That's good. Yeah, and Plumber makes a good point. Yeah, the mailbag, I don't make any guarantees to people that their mail will be read in a timely fashion. But still. Power Karma, thank you for the nice words. Power Karma says, still a great stream, good personality, nice hats, and anything Chicago is good. Hey, I'm batting 1,000 or something. Got a little spam. Does that mean we're getting bigger, more substantial? Yeah. Salty says I should have a couple of mods here. I'm up for it. I don't even know what that means, Salty. Does that mean some people that can block other people, like the dude that just put an ad up there? So old. I'm so disconnected. But I'm just going to tell you, I didn't want to get into this. Oh, Plumber says some people stream from their kitchen. I could have the kitchen as my background. People stream from all over their house. This is true. But it's hard. It's probably hard to describe, but the infrastructure I have sitting in front of me is, I'm sure it's ridiculous compared to most streamers. It's got to be. But it would be such a pain in the ass to move this stuff around. I've set it up so that what I love about this is I can just wander in and be live streaming in 3 minutes. That's really true. I have everything is ready to go. Now, most mornings I sit here and I sit here for an hour and a half and I dick around before the show starts. But there have been shows where I've walked in 2 minutes before and I do it. So, anyway. So, oh, Salty saw my setup on Twitter. Did I post, like, did I show what it, I can't remember. Everything's bleeding together. I'm losing my mind. Being a live streamer, I don't think can be good for your mental health. Plumber says I should get Dolly in there so we can tell her good morning. I have a rule. Now, what you guys don't understand maybe about Dolly is what a big and powerful dog she is. It's like I am really blown away by her strength. She is strong as shit, and she's big, and she's a little uncoordinated. Do you see where I'm headed? I'm terrified. I have stuff all over I have these expensive cameras on tripods. You can't really see them in this shot, but they're around, like just over that way, past there, this way. Is one of these expensive Canon cameras on a tripod. There's stuff everywhere that she could knock over. She's never been in this room since I had it set up. So we're going to have to figure out a plan B for Dolly. Who is Savvy Tank? Oh, your dog, right? Yeah, what's the deal with strong dogs? They're fun. I mean, people are terrified of her, which I kind of like. Scotty says he has a 22-pound wiener dog that's super strong. It's amazing how strong dogs can be. Yeah, good old wiener dog. For some reason, I hear, what's the guy's name? Norm Macdonald. I love the way he used to call them wiener dogs. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I was going to tell you, just speaking of mods and that sort of thing, I'm something a little concerning, honestly. I didn't want to get into it, but I'll just give you a little hint. I was banned from another platform on, it was Wednesday. Now, this was not a platform that I use really for ChicagoTonyV Enterprises yet. I was about to. But how deep do I even go into this? I don't know how deep I should get into it, but I was banned from like some AI algorithm. It had to be, because it happened instantaneously. This is a platform with millions and millions of people on it, and boom. Done. Can't even. My account was destroyed, really in minutes. No login. No paying customer. Paying customer for 8 years. 8 years. And then no questions asked. Boom, you're done. I got an email saying, bye-bye, you broke the rules. Bye. I don't want to get into it because it's. I don't even. I mean, we're to the point. Honestly, I think the lines are very blurred. What am I even allowed to say? Am I going to be on some sort of hit list if it's fucking weird, people. Plumber says, get deep. We need to know. Honestly, let's face it. The reality is I can't right now stream on Reddit. Even if I could get it working, which I still think I'm going to. And I would still be banned for life from that U show for the goddamn baklava, right? Otanon says, sounds like they did you a favor. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. Yes, they reveal these horrible dystopian companies reveal themselves, which is nice. It's like, oh, okay, I'm glad. I'm not going to send you another $1. Go fuck yourself. But it's a pain in the ass. Anyway. Yeah, the plumber is right. The overlords want complete control of what we can say. This is weird times. Salty missed the baklava incident. Oh, that's right, because it was deleted right away. The overlords of Reddit deleted that live stream right away. That was one. We'll have to tell you the story on the whatever in the Discord one day on like a Discord chat. It's really something. What was said, Salty? I'm not gonna go there. We'll tell you offline. The walls have ears. Let's see, 7:28. I better get to the mailbag. Here we go. Feels good to be back, everybody. Also, would someone if anyone does low carb, I'm going to booze it up later today. I just know I am. I'm having lunch with an old college buddy. I know the drinks are going to be flying. What do I do as a low carb guy? Can someone tell me? Does anyone have experience? I'm afraid that I'm going to order a gin and tonic, and then I'm going to wake up 9 months later about 45 pounds heavier than I am now. Okay, first letter. Hey, Tony. I'm not trying to be inflammatory here, and I would like your honest opinion. Do you think that many people who voted for Joe Biden are regretting their choice right about now? This is from Ken W. Thank you for your letter, Ken. By the way, I want to remind anyone that wants to send a letter in, send it to ChicagoTonyV@gmail.com. Thank you for your letter, Ken. Yeah, obviously, I would think so. But please, I don't want you for a single minute to think that I play in the red versus blue, left versus right, all that bullshit. No, I do not. I think it's sad that let me step back. How far do I want to step back? Whatever. Well, let's step back to whatever, as Obama was ending his term. I think it's sad that a bunch of people were thinking, I know what we'll do. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this reality star, right? You know who I'm talking about. Now, in one way, I think that was good because politicians need to be sent a message saying, we know you guys are horseshit. Now let's try this guy, this reality star. And then I think it's sad that then there were people that saying, oh, Christ, we can't have that. Let's try this Muppet, this guy with the who doesn't seem like he has all his marbles. He seems like his better days are behind us. Of course, there are people who are upset. I don't know if you've noticed. Ken, but strap, put your seatbelt on. Shit is completely fucked up. So, people, we're past the time, my opinion. We're past the time where we should just be regretting the political decision. Oh, if only. No, fuck that shit. Put your seatbelt on. Buy some tuna. Buy some silver. Anyway, am I now going to get banned for this? Are we allowed to even discuss politics? I don't want to discuss politics. I mean, the world has been wacky. I'm not going to say, does anyone really think he's running anything? I sure don't. I mean, the president, in my opinion, it's been a figurehead position for a long, long time. So, did Tank already post his music homework? Gosh darn it. Can someone tell me what it is again? Because I must have missed it. Thank you, Amber. Oh, Dear Mr. Fantasy by Traffic is Tank's music homework. Very nice. That's classic. Classic. Very nice, Tank. Anyway, okay, next letter. That's weird. Thank God we don't get a lot of political letters, or I think probably some of them, the money pennies are filtering them out because I don't. It's too, people are too crazy, and I think it's missing the mark. People want, oh, if only we could put this guy in, this guy who I've never met, who's never heard of me, who I'll never get to meet. If only we could put this guy in. Then no, fuck that shit. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, next letter. Dear Tony, my boyfriend's birthday is coming up later this month. We've been together for almost a full year, and I love him so much. I want to give him a nice gift, but I'm such a horrible gift giver. Do you have any ideas? He's 26 years old. He's an engineer. He's pretty athletic. This is from Pam V. God love you, Pam V. I know a Pam V who's terrific. Wonderful. God love you. Okay. I mean, I don't know the guy. You know the guy. So I can only speak in general terms. But I think a very nice gift. Actually, I'll put it this way. There's one gift that was given to me by a lady in the past that really stands out as like, oh man, this was a great gift, and it was a nice watch. It was a watch. I'm a big giver of watches. I think they're a great gift. People can never have enough watches, right? Now, if he's, well, what do you know? Here, I'm going to show you the watch I'm wearing right now. This is a good example. If he's an engineer, he probably might like something with lots of functions and doodads and all that stuff. He likes the outdoors. What else did you say? He's athletic or something? Let's see, Pam. He's 26. He's an engineer. He's athletic. So I took that to mean outdoors. Like this watch, this is a Casio G-Shock. There's a good shot of it. Casio G-Shock. That would be a very nice watch for him. It's, I don't know, like $100, something like that. It's super great. It's waterproof. It's got all sorts of functions. Is that even showing the right time? I haven't changed the time back on it yet. Anyway, get a Casio G-Shock. They come in all sorts of colors. And go from there. It doesn't have to be a G-Shock. There's other watches. Get on Amazon and just, get them something nice. If you want a more dressy watch, there's a brand called Orient that I think turn out some very nice, affordable watches. Let's see. Oh, Tank says, one of my advisors gave me a box of cigars for Veterans Day. Very thoughtful. Cigars are a good one. Let's see. Oh, I'm shilling for, Salty says I'm shilling for a sponsorship. That would, could you imagine if Casio sponsored my show? Plumber says, guys are easy. Give him a night of pure ecstasy. I'm not big on drugs, Plumber. I don't want to promote drugs. Let's see. Plumber also says he got a knockoff G-Shock for $20. Pam V, do not get your boyfriend a knockoff watch. Don't do that. Now, it's fine for him to get one himself, but if you're giving a gift, don't go there. I like the watch idea. Oh, and I saw that Amber asked about have I posted my Brianna episode yet? I think that was episode 196 maybe, which I have not yet. 196, I forgot to hit the record button, so we're working on, there's a way we're going to get it up to Spoke Tiffy, but it's going to take a while. Okay, next letter, people. Let's see. 7:37. Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it to Friday. So exciting. Okay, dear Tony, my girlfriend wants to get plastic surgery. I'm against it. I think she's beautiful as she is, and I'm afraid that some surgeon is going to change her appearance in a way that will diminish the true her. I honestly don't know where this insecurity is coming from, and as she really is beautiful. I just don't know what part I should be playing. Should I encourage her? Should I let her be to follow her own instincts? She's 31 years old, by the way, if that matters. She has tons of healthy life ahead of her, and this is what worries me. This is from Alan F. from Cleveland, Ohio. Alan, beautiful letter. You're a caring boyfriend, and that's tremendous. And that's tremendous. Just between you and me, I don't understand this plastic surgery thing at all. I can't be the only guy walking around thinking that that several of these ladies come out of there looking like some sort of they get the fish lips. They look. There's this look. You know it, right? I can't be the only one. Where you see this look when ladies come out of certain plastic surgeries, and it's the fish lips. They look like this fish lip alien. And what boggles my mind is, I mean, it's bad. I can actually understand the first part of the process where a lady would start to second guess themselves. I think I have found aging to be a total kick in the nuts. I can't imagine. It's got to be worse for women. Yeah, Scotty calls it duck face. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. They get these fish lips. They grow this kind of duck bill. It's horrible. Some of them start to get the Michael Jackson nose. It's horrible. But the part I don't get, so I get the first part. I get the first part where they're saying, oh, I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm losing my beauty a little bit. I get that. That's got to be normal. But the part that I don't get, by the way, so Georgie says, if I could ever get to it, Georgie says, it'll have to be a life-threatening thing for me to ever go under the knife again. So no fish lips for Georgie. Amen to that. Let's see. Amber says, not to downplay breast cancer, but I wish ladies could get tummy tucks after having kids, like breast cancer ladies get boobs. I mean, what would be stopping now tummy tucks maybe are different. I guess I don't know how that works. Now, for tucks in general, things are going to shift, right? Things, the latitude of your different parts, right? They shift. Like a lift, right? Your latitude shifts north, right? And so if you get some of these, again, there's some bad plastic surgeons, I guess. Some of these, a lift, someone will go too far. Maybe they get one too many. And then, their nipples are on the top of their shoulders. They're freaking, their nose is on the top of the head practically. They get the eyebrows like they've just seen a ghost. Let's see. D-Barb Canny, hello. Thank you for saying hi. What's up? What's going on? Yeah, so I'm with this fella. If I had a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, I would generally just really be against plastic surgery because it just seems like it can go wrong. And I would say a subset of this is also the tanning. Now that one can get really bad. When you get someone who's got the fish lips going, and then also, it just they're so addicted to tanning that they're just like one walking stick of beef jerky. It's horrible. I feel horrible for those people. It's like a human Slim Jim with fish lips. I don't know. Yeah, Plumber says you can't stop what time does to the body. I agree. Anyway, so I feel for you. I would say, in all honesty, to Alan, okay, just make sure you're telling your girlfriend you're beautiful. Like, just reassure her. See if that helps. But I don't think you can be like, I mean, you got to let her do what she's going to do, but at least reassure her. Okay, next letter. Dear Tony. Dear Tony, I'm going for a job interview on Monday for my first ever real job. It's a low-level position, but it's in an ad agency. My goal is to be a bigwig advertising executive someday. My question is, should I wear a suit to the interview? My parents are telling me that, yes, I should absolutely do this, but this seems so outdated and old school. What do you think I should do? This is from Rick P. from Des Moines, Iowa. Rick, congratulations, dude. And thank you for writing the letter, because I'm going to save you from just making a big mistake, okay? Your parents are right. Don't be a dumbass, especially if the vision of where you're headed is a dude in a suit. Do you mean to tell me a bigwig advertising executive doesn't still go around in a suit? They've all seen that Mad Men show, right? Even if they weren't doing suits before, now they're doing it again. Rick, here's what you need to understand. When you're going for a job interview, the person interviewing you, all they care about is not making the wrong decision. I don't want to fuck this up. That's what they're thinking. And so you need to save yourself from any red flags. Don't give them any red flags. That's the game you're playing. When they meet you, they just need to feel like this seems like a pretty sure thing compared to this other guy. So by wearing a suit, you show you're taking yourself seriously. You take them seriously. Your time is valuable. Their time is. It's a respect thing. When I've interviewed some people who I thought would be. I looked at the resume and it's like they would be great for this job. And then they come in, dressed in a goddamn pirate shirt or whatever the fuck, jeans. Done, gone. I have a routine now that I can't just tell. What I want to tell these kids is, okay, stop right there. Like right when they walk in. Oh, stop right there. Okay, get the fuck out. But I don't do that because I have some sort of manner. So I got to sit there and chit chat. But in my mind, it's like, no. Some guy that doesn't have the sense not to know to come in an interview for a position wearing a freaking pirate shirt. And, I've probably, if I really think about it, I'm sure I've had a dude in a kilt or some shit like that. It's crazy. Tank says, dress up one step higher than the position you're interviewing for. I really like that. Yes. I like that, Tank. So, yeah, better safe than sorry. That's my advice. Do what you want to do. But Rick, I side with your parents on this thing. I just do. Come all ye faithful. Let's see what's the letter for come all ye faithful. Okay, dear Tony, if I'm not mistaken, you are just over 50 years old, correct? This is correct. I'm 51. I wonder, have you ever gone through the infamous midlife crisis? My husband and I have been married for 22 years. He's 46 years old, and I'm worried about him. He seems listless. He seems distracted. He's not sleeping well. He's very worried about his job. What is strange is that he should have no reason to feel this way. Our life is great. We're stable and established. He's a great guy. Does this sound to you like someone who might be going through this age-related transition? This is from Kelly M. from Mentor, Ohio. Have I ever gone through a midlife crisis? I don't think so. Now, having said that, I just said a little bit ago, I find aging to be quite the atomic dick punch. I said something to that effect. And I still stand by that. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think there was kind of like a place in time where, when I think of midlife crisis, I think of people doing, some weird stuff like making big changes. Like, I'm going to divorce my wife and go start dating some 18-year-old floozy, right? Anyway, or I'm going to sell the minivan and I'm buying a Corvette. Shit like that. I don't think I've had that. I've just had a never-ending, slow decline that's painful and depressing. But Kelly, so I don't know. I don't know your husband. It's hard to say. But I will say, as I think I said earlier in this episode, if you look around, there might be, let's see, you said he's listless. He's distracted. He's not sleeping well. He's very worried about his job. If you think about it, I don't know if you read the papers, Kelly. I don't know if you watch the nightly news. There might be actually valid reasons for him feeling all of these things. It could be that he's figured out that it's almost like he's living in a real life zombie movie. And maybe you haven't figured that out yet. Talk to him about this and be like, hey, what's going on? And press him to see if you can hear any valid reasons that he's just feeling off balance. Maybe he'll start telling you some things that seem like valid reasons. I don't know. But this is a tough one, Kelly. I don't know if I were friends with your husband and you said, hey, does Chuck seem all right to you? Then maybe I could. Plumber says he might need to buy a Corvette. Oh, and this is he also says I bought the Bambulance. Yeah, I don't think that was a midlife crisis thing. Oh, Georgie's Danny bought a Harley. Okay. This is a thing where we see a trend. This is a trend. Tank says another letter where anal is the answer. Is it really the answer to that letter? Or are you talking about a previous letter? Oh, yeah. Georgie says, my dad bought an $80,000 BMW convertible. Now, I can see that. Anal is always the answer, says Georgie. Okay, here we go. Yeah, my Bambulance was really out of self-preservation. I was not, if I was, trying to sow my wild oats, right, and get back in the game or whatever, I don't think a Bambulance would be my purchase. Lady says, my buddy's midlife crisis was when his wife blindsided him with divorce papers. I'm sure that'll do it. That would do it. That would do it. So, I don't know. Talk to your husband, Kelly. See what's up. And then let us know. Okay, next letter. Dear Tony, I'm looking for general guidance. What do you think is the perfect age for a man to take some risks in his life? This is from Nick A. from Orlando, Florida. Nick, did you write this on your break from, were you wearing like the Goofy outfit or something? Or are you taking tickets in Space Mountain, Orlando, Florida? I don't think there's a perfect age for a guy to take risks. It's not just about age. There's a whole equation that you need to be thinking through, I would think, and it's going to be different for everyone. Scotty says 35. 35. Tank says the earlier the better. That way, if you fuck up, you can recover. This is true. This is true. This is part of the equation. Here's how I look at it. I mean, you gotta take stock of everything. So, like as a business owner, for myself, sometimes through the years, what happens is a buddy of mine will approach me and be like, I want to work for myself. And I have this idea and blah, blah, blah. And they want to talk about it, and they want to talk about my experience and all that stuff. But what they don't realize is like when I had the beauty of how I did it for me, I had no responsibilities. So it was a way, so I took risk early-ish in my life, but I had nothing to lose, you know? I had no kidlets to feed and all that stuff. I was single. Still am single, etc., etc. So that's got it. So I think age doesn't matter. I think it's what are all the other things? Are you, what's your risk aversion? Is someone else depending on you? That's the bigger picture. Now, I would agree in general, when it's earlier in your life, fewer people are depending on you. So whatever. Georgie says, depends on what kind of risk, financial or physical or emotional. Yeah, it depends. But you can't look at it. It's just at what age. That's too simplistic. Tank says, if you rob a bank at 19, you'll be paroled by 35. Full life ahead of you. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. I got 6 minutes. Let's try and fit in another letter. Dear Tony, my sister is historically a pretty unstable person, and I'm not very close to her, although we live in the same town. I was over at her house the other day to borrow something from her kitchen, and I witnessed her physically abusing her boyfriend. She was in an absolute hysterical rage. It was terrifying. Her boyfriend encouraged me to just leave and said that she will eventually calm down. He also asked me to please not report anything to the authorities. I just can't get it out of my mind since then, and I keep thinking that I should call the police or something. I feel so bad for her poor boyfriend. What would you do? This is from Jody from Lansing, Michigan. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. What do you pepperonis think? What I mean, in general, I kind of now do I see this differently if the roles were flip-flopped? If it was like your brother and he was abusing some girl? I don't know. I mean, I think I would. There's part of me that says he's got to get himself out of this thing, the boyfriend. Tank says, stay out of the relationship. Talk to your sister. And then he says something else very interesting. Plumber says, he's a man. Well, maybe he can figure it out on his own. That's kind of where I'm leading to. But I will say this. I sure hope he gets out. Oh, and here's a good point. Lady Letter Carrier says they have more resources than just the police department. That's a very good point. Yeah. Georgie says talk to the sister and ask her why she's abusing him. Yeah, I could see that too. You could confront your sister and be like, what the hell's going on? And maybe you could say, if I ever see this again, I am going to report it. Maybe put the sister on notice. I think it's really tough getting into siblings' business when you're all grown adults. That's very tough. It's a slippery slope. Oh, Tank meant it was going to say don't rat her out. Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you, Tank. Anyway. Oh, goodness. All right. 3 minutes left. Can I fit one more letter in here? Let's see. Hey, Tony, help me settle an argument with my roommate. What is the best Bill Murray movie of all time? This is from Jerry K. You have an argument about what's the best Bill Murray movie. Well, what if I say one that's not? So I'm assuming, Jerry, that your roommate picked one and you picked one. I'm assuming you're thinking that I'm going to name one that is one that you guys have picked. But Bill Murray's done a lot of movies. What if I don't name one that either of you guys picked? Then where are you? Are you going to go with my pick? Hard to say. So here's what I should do maybe. Why don't I give you his top three? I'm going to give you top three in order. And maybe this will solve the thing. So I'm going to say top three. So number three, the third best Bill Murray movie of all time, in my opinion, is going to be Caddyshack. Caddyshack. Yeah, Plumber says he has too many good movies. This is so true. He has a lot of good movies if you think about it. Now, what's amazing about Caddyshack, you know, Carl the Greenskeeper is such a unique character. All right? So really, I mean, that's a tremendous performance from Bill Murray. So creative, so iconic, so classic. That's number three. That's number three. Oh, we got votes for Ghostbusters from Lady Letter Carrier and from Plumber. Now, Ghostbusters is a tremendous movie. It doesn't make my top three, though. I'm going to go number two now. It's funny how I have this thought. It's clear in my mind. Whatever. Who knew that I could clearly pick like my top three Bill Murray? Ghostbusters is not in my top three. Maybe it's number 4 or 5. My number 2 best Bill Murray movie of all time is... oh, geez. Wait, who had this? Tank has a great suggestion. What about Bob? Oh, my God. That is another tremendous performance. Good one, Tank. I'm still going to say number 2 is actually Rushmore. Has everyone seen Rushmore? If you haven't seen Rushmore, you have to see Rushmore. This is... The movie itself is a work of genius. Now, it's not just Bill Murray carrying this movie. It is just a tremendously funny movie. Rushmore. And I'm going to say my number 1, the best Bill Murray movie I feel I've ever seen is Groundhog Day. I mean, that dude carries the whole movie, and it's just tremendously done. It shows his range. He ranges everything from a dickhead to a sort of a con artist kind of guy but then to a very loving dude. So Amber has only seen Groundhog Day. Amber, brew yourself another coffee and get on the couch and get in the game. All right, 8:01 a.m. Unbelievable. It feels good to be back, everybody. Feels good to be back. Thank you for spending the day with me today. Scotty agrees. Groundhog Day. That's your top, Scotty? Stripes is way better than Rushmore, says Georgie. You know, I've got to rewatch Stripes. It's been a long time. And I do remember the mud wrestling scene. But I've got to see if there are other redeeming qualities. Hey, have a great weekend, everybody. Maybe you'll see me around on Reddit if the Deer Slayer can help me out and all that stuff. Well, I really hope we get it nailed, because I definitely want to get back to Reddit in some fashion. Whatever. Thank you. Have a tremendous day. I love you guys, and I like you guys. You're good people. And I want to remind you, until we meet again next time, I want to remind you, don't take any shit from anybody, okay? Okay. Take care. See you. Love you.